Okay, I am back, this time playing as El Salvador on HOI4. I decided to do a different nation besides India, mainly because I just want to get a break, and also because the save was getting more and more laggy the more and more I played it, which was kind of getting annoying. So I've decided to play as El Salvador. I did already start playing on this save, like 3 endgame months ago. I didn't realize I was not streaming. So I just fixed that now. But yeah, I think we're currently... Oh yeah, we're gonna actually boost fascism in Mexico. And what we're going to do is we're going to stage a coup there. And then we're going to... So the goal is to conquer all these countries along here, to Panama, from Guatemala to Panama. Once we have them all under control, we will then turn our attention onto Mexico. We will stage a coup, a fascist coup, and then ally ourselves to the coup nation we create. And then we will send that coup nation our resources and support to help them take over. Okay, so it's just a little bit loud for me, so I'm just turning it down a bit. Voice volume. Okay. Not sure what that does. Anyways. Okay, so the game is running. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna start staging coup. I think in the meantime, we're just gonna focus on building up our military as quickly as possible. Even though these divisions are extremely basic, they are actually fine for now. Just until we have to go to war with Mexico. That's when we have to start upgrading everything. We'll also, once we've done like all the industrial research, we'll also have to then focus on the fascist focus tree so that we'll be able to create faction in the first place. So that's another thing we're going to have to look into. I feel like I might have this ring light a bit too bright. I'm not entirely sure. Just turn this down slightly. Okay, look at myself. Yeah, I think that's around right. I think I had it too bright. Okay. I've kind of turned to streaming as opposed to just making recorded videos these days. More so because I think like streaming is actually easier for me in a way. Because I feel like spontaneity is easier for me than having a prepared video I then have to make a subject about. Also, making like a video in advance just sounds like too much work to me. So I think I'll try streaming for a while. Also, I'm not the best at making videos or creating video ideas. Also think like it's actually hard of me to talk to the camera with a prepared speech than to just talk as it comes to me. I think maybe this like streaming is like good practice to get you comfortable in front of the camera and just talking to it and learning all that important stuff. Well, that's Ethiopia gone. I've been turning to YouTube more and more this past month because I've started to realize because I live in South Africa, I think we've reached the most unemployed country in the world. So I am completely unable to get a job right now. I've been applying for months with no success, and I feel like it wouldn't hurt to try YouTube and to just see where that leads me. However, I probably won't be able to stream very long I'm currently using my boyfriend's Wi-Fi. I actually come from Port Elizabeth. I'm just staying in Johannesburg for a month. Actually came here to try and find work. And hopefully to get my own place. But so far that has not panned out. Which I was kind of expecting. I wasn't really expecting to have any success. I was aware that the job situation is not good. So I'm not too disappointed. I'm frustrated, of course, but I will probably just have to find a way around it. I think concentrated or dispersed. I think I'll do concentrated ones. Concentrated industry. Let's research that. So yeah, the way I managed to get the money to actually even come to Johannesburg was I was baking biscuits and brownies and selling them at my grandparents' small shop they have. They have this little store. And basically on the counter is where I would sell my baked goods. And eventually I saved up enough money to get money for a plane ticket here. And that's what I've been doing for the past 3 months. It's just baking and selling. Oh, change guns. Yeah. Well, I think I said I came from Port Elizabeth, but I am currently actually living in Port Alfred, which is like a town nearby to Port Elizabeth. Port Elizabeth is where I've lived most of my life and where I was born. But Port Alfred is where I was conceived. I think I know a little bit too much about myself. But yeah. So I'm very fortunate to have actually come to Johannesburg when I did. Because my boyfriend has a ring light, but he doesn't have a computer. I have a computer, and he has fast internet. So you combine all those together, and I kind of have a good enough setup to do streaming. So I've decided to make the most of that while I can. If I go back to Port Elizabeth or Port Alfred, I will likely just have to go back to making prepared videos. I won't have the internet speed to do streaming. My family back home does not actually have the right equipment for that. And also, I'm living in close quarters with them, so I wouldn't exactly have the privacy to do streaming. I'd have to wait for all of them to leave the house at some point, just so I can record the video while everyone's gone, and then rush through it and hopefully get it done in time. So my conditions to be a YouTuber are not the best currently, but I am improving. At least I hope I am. In my YouTubing skills. Okay. Okay, let's see how far Guatemala is now. Around 120 days. So we'll just take Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama. Funny enough, I think you are actually able to move ships through the Panama Canal, even if you don't own it, as long as you control Panama. You don't have to control this tile as well, I think, because I've tried sending submarines through here from this port, have not succeeded because it's not allowed by the US. But I was able to when I gained control of Panama. I was suddenly able to move ships through. So I think the conditions do change sufficiently for that. It seems the USA is going fascist. Yes, they've appointed a fascist. and a communist to government. So that's going to be interesting to see. Currently everything is going as normal in the world. I might have to join a faction if I am unable to forge my own with Mexico. But we'll see. That'll only be out of desperation that I join Axis or Japan. Or even allies for that matter. I prefer to play the game on my own, because when you're in a faction, you have to share your gains with other faction members, which I find very annoying. I'd rather commit to all on my own and then get all the territory, even if it risks losing. Factions are usually like a last decision for me. I should actually be, as soon as I get that extra research slot, I'm going to research basic submarines and their naval invasions for when I have to get to Panama. Then after that, I'm going to have to do research on support equipment and artillery, I think. And just get those in production. Let's have a look around the globe. I have the Soviet Union sitting around doing nothing. Currently the world is quite boring. If I do get a sufficient area, I'll try and get to around... I think I'll try and take Colombia. And then I'll try and focus on maybe getting Venezuela and Peru to join the faction, because both of these are fascist countries, so that should work. And then with them, under the faction, I'll try and declare war on Portugal. Because if I can take Portugal out, I can access its naval bases around the world, which will then allow me to move troops into the Middle East. And all these countries are like non-aligned, so they're perfect for taking over. Because no one's going to save them if you declare war on them. Okay, now we can go straight to extra research slot, and that'll be over with. Oh yes, that's another thing I have to do, is start focusing on... I actually do naval dockyard first, and then move on to... what's that other research? Naval effort, and then the other ones. Wait, which one was this? This one got freed. Oh yes, I said I needed to use one of these for naval research. Okay. Yes, that will become useful quite soon. I think I should do free trade, because that will give me a lot of boosts in everything. Zhangxi click. I'm not even sure if I said that correctly. Xinjiang might join the Comintern. Depends. If Japan declares war on Xinjiang before they join the Comintern, then they'll probably join the United Front. I'm sure Guatemala should be ready any day now. I think it's been long enough. Yeah, it's 15 days away, I think. Yeah, 15. And then after Guatemala, Honduras. Okay, finally we can declare war on them. Let's just try and send our troops directly into their capital. Yeah, if that fails, we'll send them directly here, because this way, if we take out that port, that should hopefully weaken them quite considerably. So far we've only lost 24 people. What else? Just a slow, steady invasion. Oh yeah, now that that's done, we can actually start justifying for Honduras. 12 days time. I will have the political points I need. Actually, just under. No, just over. 14, 15. Okay. Yes, we were doing transport. Oh yes, and we had to wasting time here not doing this. Okay. Starting that research. Well, this is taking a long time. Although I'm not completely surprised we are evenly matched in this conflict currently. But I do think they should eventually start to give out. Yeah, they're starting to lose divisions along there. I'm just gonna go on my phone, like check if my voice has been heard on the stream. Okay. No, I definitely can be heard. I was just worried, like, I sometimes get suspicious that there's like volume problems, and then I'm not like completely sure if there are any, so I just check. Okay. Oh. Someone liked the video, thank you. We should be getting our war support up by as much as possible. As quickly as possible. Because then we can get rid of this dreadful economic law. I think war economy is like the best one, to be honest, because it has none of the negative effects of partial mobilization, nor total. So like it's that good like middle ground, in my opinion. Let's see what we are lacking. Okay, we have a lot of civilian factories. I think we need more. Actually, more civilian factories. Too many people's. Which seems counterintuitive, but it actually makes sense because the more civilian factories you have, the faster you'll be able to construct things later on. So on these other tiles, we'll probably like build the other stuff we want, but on our actual country, we'll mainly just have like civilian factories for everything. Because you're gonna have like 6 here, and then you're gonna have 4 of these eventually, once the armament efforts are done. You'll probably have like 4 in total, and then 6 of these in total. So it's quite balanced. You should always have, I think, like a few extra civilian factories to the total number of military ones, because you have to deal with things like consumer goods, for example, consuming a percentage of your factories, which is extremely frustrating. Okay, now that we've done that, we're going to go straight to armament. I actually think the fascism level should be, it's definitely high enough now to stage a coup. We'll do it as close as possible to us in Oaxaca? I'm not sure how to say it, but we'll say BAME. That will take a degree of weapons, which we will start to develop quite soon. And in the meantime, until the submarine research is done, we will be reducing. Okay, we'll have to go straight into it now. But we actually don't even have convoys. We'll need a few convoys, so I think we'll change it to that. And then this. I think that makes more sense. And then where else can we buy steel from that does not require convoys? Let's see. Somewhere else in South America. There, that's better, because at least we are... Yeah, we're getting a decent surplus of steel. Okay. I have this obsession of doing every layer of this each way down until they're all done. Just some OCD thing I do. Okay, it's not 1938 yet. I think we should do artillery before we do support companies, because we have to do this and then that, so we can start adding artillery like immediately by doing that first. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to add, is actually a military staff. I should have done that before starting this war, to be honest. Thankfully, they have more casualties than we do at the moment, so let's just hope that stays like that. Okay, that means Japan was probably justifying war goal on them. Funny, the United Front usually forms when Japan declares war, if I'm not mistaken. So, or at least I think it does. Okay. At this rate, we're going to be at war with Honduras. What? We forgot to justify the war goal. Oh god. Okay, well now it's justified at least. Yeah, we have a lot of energy going into this coup. Thankfully we have like a year to get everything down here. Although I think we might not have that much time. Let's see, when is this? 31st of July 1938. Okay. Yeah, we should be able to get Honduras and Nicaragua and Costa Rica at the least. But as time goes on, the war justification speed will be faster and faster, so we might get Panama just as the coup begins over here. Which worries me, because I need to start... Okay, this is like 70, 140, 210, 280, 20, and then 50, 350. And then what is it? I'm just calculating the total amount of days this is going to take to get to where we need to be. So that's 350, I think. And that's 420. 490 days. If we start immediately. So I might have to put a pause in armament effort, which doesn't seem like the best idea. But I think it will be a better idea for now. I think we'll just have to... I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do. Okay. The predictable happened. I'm going to have to run into this. Because we need to have some sort of alliance ready by that time period. So that has to be done. I'm going to be focusing on creating better submarines. We'll have one ready quite soon. Okay, I think I'm going to have to cancel this. And instead, we're going to have to go straight into military construction. Okay, that should help. But it is going to take an extremely long time. It's going to take like 700 days. But it will be faster once. Well, there's not too much we can do to speed it up, to be honest. We can do more construction effort, but I think we should just run straight to I should have planned this out better, to be honest, now that I think about it. I could have planned it out a bit better. Okay, that should suffocate Guatemala a little bit. Task Force 1. Okay. It's time to rethink this. Okay, we'll just let them drain themselves a bit. And then we'll just sit here and let them attack for now. Just hold that front line. We should actually focus on like defense or something, because this is slightly concerning. It is 9 versus 7, so we should be able to hold them at the same time. Okay, well, they'll probably be doing more damage to themselves than they will be to us. So, okay, they are. Let's check how much manpower they have left. Okay, they're going to drain that out quite quickly, so that'll be fine. Although constantly attacking will make it difficult to hold the line. Yeah. Don't ask me why I decided to play as El Salvador. I'm a masochist. I like putting myself through pain. I don't know. I've played as El Salvador multiple times. I don't know why I'm not doing so well right now. I think it's because I'm deviating from my usual strategy of just joining Japan and trying to go for a more independent solution, which I think is starting to backfire on me. Okay, yeah, but wait. The orange line is going down, which means they're running out of manpower. They've probably hit 0 roundabout now. Yeah, they've basically hit 0. So now they're going to start exhausting themselves and wearing themselves out. And then when they reach like halfway, we'll strike back. In the meantime, Honduras we'll have to worry about, because that will be done in like 150 days time. So in July we'll probably have to start taking steps to actually conquer Guatemala. Wait, something happened? Oh, Japan. Japan declared war, I think. Yes, they've declared war. Thing is, if I join Japan, they'll be at war with the Allies. And even if they succeed in that, and if Axis takes, let's say, Russia, then Japan will declare war on Axis. So I don't want to be dragged into either of those wars in the meantime. I just currently want to focus on trying to do my own thing, which I presume will be safer. Okay, I was supposed to do something. I was supposed to sign some. Here I am, just letting this like disappear. Precious, valuable time. Okay, well, we won't have to worry about that. Ugh, you gods. Okay, well, at least that's underway. And we've officially run out of crap. But we should be getting some when we get to militarism. So if we just hold out a little bit longer, we should be fine. Okay, I'm not going to develop any artillery just yet. I'm just going to focus on maintaining what I have. Okay, I think we can risk an assault, since they've been slightly weakened, but only slightly. All the ones. Okay, now we've done artillery, some basic artillery. What else can I do? I could jump the gun and just do this now, which I am going to do. 27 extra manpower. Okay, so we only have a slight advantage by the looks of it. Generally, I'm done with Guatemala by now. It's taking a little bit longer than I expected. But only by like 3 months, or 2 months. So far they have lost 20,000, we've only lost 4, so that's good. Just as long as the odds stay in our favor, we are quite likely to win. We also definitely have more factories than they do, so we'll be able to maintain our arms more efficiently. Well, I don't actually need a second submarine. Okay, I only have to worry about this when it comes to Panama, and 1 is already enough. It's just to move troops from like here to there, so it will be fine. Okay, as long as we stay on the assault, things will be fine. I think I'm going to try and... I have the command file for this. We're going to go on the offense. That should help. Give us a bit of extra oomph. Okay, so it seems that Japan's actually doing quite well. What is it called again? Manchukuo seems to have made some progress. I always used to call it Menguko. Or is it Manchukuo? I have no idea. Well, it's men something. Men. They're right next to each other. I've probably offended someone, but I'm afraid I cannot be perfect. Nationalism. Okay, well, 26,000 people have died. Sorry, my boyfriend is just laughing at the background at something he saw. Distracting me terribly. Honestly, it sounds like you're whistling cattle in the background. There's a steam train in the room. Tears have been shed. I'm doing it straight. For goodness sake. Some TikTok about something. Okay. Okay, my whole computer's frozen for some reason. And I have no idea why. Oh, the Soviets, of course. Now, for some reason, this tiny little coup rapidly takes over the Union. Like, the first time I saw it happen, I was like, oh, that'll get crushed quickly, but surprisingly not. The Union of Soviet Republics usually wins. Well, at least in previous versions of non-historical that I've played. For goodness flipping sake. Slogging through. Anyways. See, this is the problem when you start a coup, like, as soon as you're born. Oh my god. I need to get a win like right now. They have to give up, surely, at some point. I mean, come on. Okay. When the declaration is ready, I will have 1 month to take Guatemala before it expires. I think it's 1 month. So I need to move rapidly. This is kind of a train wreck that I seem to have caught myself in. Okay, well, that's 2 years later. This will give us some stats for the army at least. Oh, 10 days. I have 40 days left basically, so that area must capitulate like immediately, or else I'm gonna have I can't do a 2-front war right now. It's just not feasible. But thankfully it looks like they're gonna fall, so or at least it looks like it now because they are quite weak. Although suddenly they regain strength, so I don't know why. Finally. Okay, it's on the 2nd of December. So on the 2nd of January we have to declare war by then. Okay, so on the 18th of December, if this tile does not fall, I'm gonna have to try and go directly to this tile, even though that's not likely to work. I'm gonna have to do it anyway. He looks constipated. Oh well. Okay. Let's just try and risky, currently risky. I mean, come on, 38,000, for goodness sake. How are you still buried? Ugh. I'm just constantly on the defense. I should not have actually stopped attacking. I should have kept on attacking despite everything. I think I might just have to justify on Honduras all over again at this point. Because honestly... this is painful. Finally! Just send them all. Send them all in. The problem is that we actually end up losing units if we attack like this, because if we attack when it's red, that thing, then we'll actually end up losing manpower, so... Oh wait, it's gone green. That's good. That's gone red again. Attacking directly is often not the best choice. I'm just gonna keep my eye very close on the death toll, but it should be fine. We'll see. Okay, well, at least we're in the green, so that's something. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to do a whole new justification on Honduras at this point. I'm just gonna justify a whole other war goal. I can't, damn it. A slight delay. It's all it is. At least that's what I tell myself. Okay, so we'll go straight to this now as well. Every little stat that I add, it means something, so I have to keep adding that. Why won't you die? Oh well, they're actually losing units, good. Finally, the militarism has arrived. That's meant to use. Okay, now we should start seeing this increase and improve. So I have to justify war goal all over again. We have generated 3% of all tension. Wait, how much do I need? 59. No, I mustn't forget like last time. Okay, that also adds more stats to the army, which are useful. So, at least I think these are general stats. Yeah. I think this applies to all units. Yeah. Reinforced rate and coordination increase. Good. At least something. I honestly cannot believe that this is still going on. Okay, no, they need to call it defense now. As soon as I get the chance. Literally as soon. Oh wow, our military leaders actually gained a lot of useful stats. Usually I always take this tile first, and then once I cut them off with that board, I grab that tile, take that one, and then it's over. Usually, so that's why I'm obsessed with taking that one first. How long has this war been going on, for goodness sake? I was just about to say, maybe I should have started streaming as Honduras or something, but they only have 800,000 people, so it actually would have been harder. Actually, El Salvador is probably the easiest one to play as right now. How many divisions do they even have? I think they have like 8 right now in total. What are actually their stats? Well, they have Liberty Ethos, Volunteer Corps, Corps Corps, Corps, I don't know. Ugh. The pain, the agony. The scariest thing about declaring war from El Salvador is that your capital is literally the tile you are fighting from. So if you lose that tile, it's over. Which is why it's so agonizing. I feel like we're short on something. What are we missing? 71%. Oh. Finally. Finally we've taken it from them. Okay, we need to take a spear division and quickly move it up there. Just to grab as many tiles as possible. Okay, now we can move on to paramilitarism. April, May, June, July. So we still have several months. We'll actually get this done. But we'll be researching what we need to be researching just as that gets finished. I don't even know if this is going to succeed. I have a feeling that this might actually all just blow up in my face, but we'll find out. The fascism support is so high, though, that a good chunk of Mexico will probably fall to the coup we've created and installed. Okay, well that's a waste of time. Let's just focus on cancelling this, doing this, and then doing that, and then doing that. We are now going to try and attack from all sides. And hopefully that does something to them. I think this should hopefully start to drain them, so. Very hot weather, 29 degrees. Yes, as I expected, day one. Maybe I should just take that extra tile and then just corner them all into these two. That might work out better. Although it looks like they're gonna all fall away from it quite soon, so should be fine. May, June, July. 31st of July as well. So I think that'll give us some extra time. Who do they think they are? Well, we have quite a few convoys. Although what I really want to focus on is adding more divisions as soon as possible. I need to have some manpower spare for when I take Guatemala. Who would have thought it would have taken so long to construct a rail? Yeah, that's why all our factories have been used up. It honestly didn't take this long last time. I swear if I lose that tile, I swear. I will not be the happiest person upon earth. I don't even know how they're doing it, to be honest. I'm going to try and get rid of that. I'm going to try and corner them into as few tiles as possible. But then, yeah, if they're more spread out, that might make it harder for them to actually do anything. Although I'm not completely sure. Okay, we can just... No, we will do this instead, I think. Or shall I just research what exactly? I think planes might be a good thing to research around right now. Let's see, does that improve the situation at all? Really? Okay, and finally we can get to Ideological Fanaticism, which will then allow us to create factions and gives us some extra points and other things too. I honestly don't... In one way I'm quite surprised because El Salvador has an extremely weak division template. It's just like 3, and it's kind of fascinating that they're handling this so well, despite having so little manpower. Actually, no, I think Guatemala's on equal terms in that sense. I think most of their like divisions are only just like 1 to 5 infantry or whatever. I swear if you take that from me. No, we're handling it. We'll only handle it for a second. We should also be able to prevent them from getting access to resources through their ports or anything like that, so that'll also help. How long have I been streaming this? It must be quite some time by now. I mean, we're already in 1938. Okay, that's ready. Can we create a faction? Probably not. Oh, we can. They will accept. But I'd rather get done with this quickly and then focus on helping them. I think that we are going to start adding artillery quite soon. We'll see. Okay, well, create the faction as soon as we can. We'll take a few risks. I think Guatemala might join the main Mexico, which I do not want. If we can just keep them occupied on all sides, maybe that'll suffocate them a bit. Because then they won't be able to move troops up and down between here and here. Because they'll be having to deal with attacks on all sides, which means they won't be able to move around, which means they won't be able to regenerate, which means we should be able to suffocate them in time for what we need to do. In fact, I think that's working. Okay, they're all moving there. And that division's keeping those ones busy. Good, it's worked. Finally! Thank God. They're dead. Okay. Now I can focus. Didn't I start justify? Completely forgot all over again. I'm the absolute worst. Okay. Let us create a faction as soon as humanly possible. Let's first check what are their odds of winning. 7 to 19. That is actually my Mexico. Oh wow, the junta is actually very likely to succeed. So we need to get that faction like now. 7 days. Now I'm actually hoping that the main Mexico stays alive just a bit longer, so that they start war with them, and then they'll like accept the creation of a faction, and that will just allow me to steamroll through the Americas. I have actually successfully managed to get the Mexican junta to defeat the United States. So, okay, finally it's done. Let's say the Central Powers. I mean, they are, if you think about it, because we're in the center of the Americas, the Central Powers. Okay. Whatever. The best I can come up with right now. Okay, now we're going to join them in their war. If they will accept. Yeah, they probably won't, because they don't need help. So we'll just focus on Honduras. And that will be that. Just put troops where they need to go. Okay, everything is now on track. We can finish armament effort. And can finish doing all those things now. Let's see if we can get other people to join. Now these ones are not particularly interested at the moment. But I think we can get them to join. Specifically, I want Peru to join because Peru is much stronger than Venezuela. Yeah, on average they have far more divisions, so they would be more useful. But Venezuela has all the oil, so I might want to directly control them. Oops, it looks like they're losing tiles. They've taken Mexico City though, so they should hopefully succeed. Okay, I have a lot of wall support, so I'm going to try and go straight for this. That will speed up the construction by a lot. Okay, let's try and see if our friend needs anything. If we can do a lend-lease of some kind. Okay, I think we'll just focus on doing that. And we'll start adding the artillery now. Because I think it is around time we can. What else? Oh yeah, convoys. Just keep developing them. I also think it's time we started staging a coup in the USA. I'd rather have the fascists win than the communists. Because the reason why it's important to coup the United States is because staging a coup basically guarantees, I think we'll do a communist coup. That might be better, because if we do a fascist coup, they'll join Axis and then we won't be able to take the USA. Or at least it'll be extremely dangerous and difficult to. But if they join the Soviets can be at war with the Reich and the Japanese quite soon. So that's actually going to turn out to be more beneficial to have them be communist. A communist coup is most definitely going to join the side of the Soviets, or at least I'm hoping that's what happens. Might not, but we'll see. I'd rather they be that than that. Or we could take the dangerous option and invite the communists to our faction. I'm not sure if they would accept because they're a different ideology, but we could risk it, I suppose. Sometimes you can get people to join your faction even if their ideology is extremely different, as long as you are both at war with the same person. But I'd only join that war if absolutely necessary. I also think it is actually faster to justify a war goal against a major power. Or it's supposed to be. Well, now I'm probably short on steel. Ugh, goodness. I need maximum efficiency. Let's just do this first and get this out of the way. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Okay, it looks like our ally has the upper hand and is, gaining the upper hand. Definitely. Okay, cool. Mexico should soon capitulate. I do feel like being in an alliance does increase your odds of having war being declared on you, somehow. When I declare war on Honduras, it's quite likely Peru and Venezuela will open up to joining the faction. Well, they might. They might open up to join it. It's hard to say. But we'll see. Also, I think it's actually... I'm almost ready to... No, wait, I need to check how much will this take. Well, we're almost at the halfway point, so... we can just speed up everything. Okay, well now we have fighters, but we should also do closer support. We'll just stick them in anyway, until we have the factories for it. Which we should send, but I think more construction effort will do. It looks like... Okay, what are they missing? I feel like they're missing something. Then they're very lacking in strength for some reason. That's because they have no manpower. I wonder if we can offer them. No, not really. Let's see if we can join their war. What? Well, tension went down. Well, that's frustrating. I mean, they're very close. They just have to take the capital. Baja California. Oh, EU. I hate civilian oversight. I much prefer local police force. It's far more effective. Keeps the compliance just high enough and also requires the least manpower to run. Maybe I should cancel the coup and just bring back all those resources. Okay, but once I capture that, all those divisions will be able to go over here and I should help speed it up for them. But it looks like they're winning, so I probably won't stress about it too much. Can we? No, we can't. Let's just try and produce as much of this as possible. $18 per day, so how long will it take until everything is ready, I wonder? Okay, well, we only have 8,000 now and we still have 20,000 to go. It's a very long time. But I know for a fact I can take Honduras with just 7 divisions, because I've done it before. Okay, just as predicted, they're sending everything back here to speed things up. Oh, they lost a tile. But I'm quite sure they will win. Oh, not you, Junta. Not you too. Construction effort, okay. Maximize resources. Even though we have like basically nothing, over time we will take territories that do have resources. Colombia I fully intend to take. And I might take Venezuela as well. If they don't join me. Okay, now I have nothing to worry about. They're clearly going to win. Oh yeah, they did. Thank goodness. Brilliant. Now they can focus on developing themselves. Great. So we now have successfully created our ally, who will be quite helpful in securing a position for us later on. Although it looks like the US is getting ready for an attack, so that is something to be concerned about. But we will continue on our goal of taking Honduras and then Nicaragua, Costa Rica and Panama. So that is on its way. Let's see, this should be getting... it's still developing quite painfully slowly. I find it weird they leave the invite to faction option, instead of just removing it once the person has joined a faction. Okay, well now we can move on to other things like aviation and all that. Okay, how many divisions does Mexico have? Around 22. The US looks like it might have a maximum of 64, so that's slightly concerning, but manageable. In the event of war. At the very least, we'll be able to hold the front line. The only thing I worry about is the ports. The US loves doing naval invasions, so there is that. The reason why I do multiple railways in the same area is like, if that gets caught, the supply can go here, and so on. It's just to make sure that everything is intact. Okay, now that will be done. Then we will be able to access Mexico's supply, which will be quite useful. Okay, in 10 days time, we will have all that. 25 per day, is that anywhere near now? Okay, we've got the first 10,000, now we need to develop another 10,000. So that is going to be fun. I usually select superior firepower. I think the US usually lets me get away with all the way to Panama, but when I declare war on Haiti or someone like that, suddenly they intervene, so that's why it's important to knock them out of the way as quickly as possible. Trying to get that war support. Oh yeah, we should be just fine on Nicaragua now. Great. Okay, well, hopefully that gets back in time to where it should be. Cool. Honduras is usually quite easy, and they aren't much of a fuss, thankfully. I wonder if we'll even be able to get all those guns ready in time. It's actually starting to worry me now. Thank goodness. One dragon. Okay. Okay. Superior firepower. I've heard it's the more recommended one to use. I keep finding myself in situations where I'm hitting the ground running. I suppose out of desperation I could dissolve my own army to make certain that there is enough equipment. But that seems like a bit of an extreme measure, to be honest. But I might just do it if I have no choice. 4,000 equipment, let's see. Okay, thank goodness. We have everything we need now. Okay, that's brilliant. That was quite lucky, to be honest. So now we can start focusing on Nicaragua and now. Oh, wait, we're still just fine. Oh, we're still just fine. Is it worth justifying 2 at once? Let's check first. How much? So around 90 days. So subtract 90 days from whatever that is. It's like 180. It's basically what I have to wait for anyway. So that's fine. Okay, now we're gonna start training. Well, this will be the last time we'll be training like super basic divisions. Okay, that's when we run out. So we're going to train 6 divisions, and then we're going to start. Yeah, we don't even have like the points to modify the template just yet, but we should quite soon. And there goes Auto 2. Now the whole thing is begun. Now who should I focus on next? I could just do nuclear research really early, but I don't think I will. I think I will do fighter focus. I usually do close air support. That's what I prefer to do. Okay, now we can deploy all of these and shut it down. Okay, and that will be the front line. Oh, hold on. Okay, yeah, that seems right. Now we are going to start modifying this. So edit, duplicate, and we'll stick to keeping our troops in like divisions of 3. So we'll just make this the improved infantry brigade, and then we'll add support artillery as the first thing for it. Okay, so now we have a second type of division, and then we will also add like engineer company and so on. And now that we are no longer in a rat race to produce guns, we are going to start developing the other things we wanted. Wait, to cancel that. We'll do support equipment. And then we'll add fighters. And we are missing most materials, but that is fine. Just cancel trade the Soviets. Who can we trade with? That's not close by. Menchuko. I doubt I'll be at war with the Japanese anytime soon. Okay, so now we're going to add close air support. And we will keep developing convoys. So we only have 1 left. We might just cancel some of these then. Just so we can construct things a little bit faster. Just add that on. Connect this. And in 40 days' time, we will have them under control. So far, we've managed to cope quite well, despite rushing everything as quickly as possible. It's 1939, and we already have a faction, and we're preparing to dissolve the USA as quickly as possible. Just speedrunning it. I'm hoping, like, after a few El Salvador live streams, we will basically have most of South America, except for maybe 1 or 2 points, but that's fine. The goal is just to, like, see how far we can push El Salvador. I think we can go very far. Opponent is capitulated. Opponent did not stand a chance. Clearly not. Okay, and then they'll probably start focusing on whoever. Italy should join at some point. Excuse me. Oh, we can actually look inside of here now. Well, kind of. We can kind of see what's going on inside of it. Two divisions, okay, at least it's not a ridiculously large amount of troops. Okay, so they are building and adding divisions at least, as a start. Foreign expeditions, flexible navy, fighter focus. It's almost 1939. Maybe I'll focus on nuclear effort. I actually want to do that as early as possible. Okay. The reason being is because as a small nation, I have to use whatever weapons are available to me. Although by the looks of it, Nicaragua is just going to fall over, because they have a terrible supply by the looks of it. Okay, I think it's time I started focusing on the development of submarines now. Great, let's declare war. And I will not call my allies. Okay, I think most of these should actually be going straight to the capital and not wasting time. Okay, great. Complete. Costa Rica, immediately. And that's straight to Panama. Finally. 102. That leaves 170 days to go. Yeah, basically. $170 minus 240, or 240 minus 170 is what I should be saying. Yeah, that's much faster, I think. Then waiting until that justification is done and then justifying again. Just do 2 at the same time. German pressure towards the Benelux. Okay, now the Allies are starting to go a bit more. Although it seems France is resisting taking a side as much as possible right now. Okay. It seems War Department, the Pentagon, Intervention in Europe, war plans, Maritime Commission. Great. So now it should no longer say, haha. The protection of all these countries is no longer safe, which is exactly what I was trying to get rid of. Let's see who's going to win. That's 39 divisions, 22. Oh, it's quite likely the communists will win in this case. They already control most of the territory, so it's perfect. What I find strange is that I staged the coup in Texas, and yet it hasn't started in Texas, but whatever. Are they going to win? We shall see. I hope they do, because I made them. Invite to faction. Well, if we see they're struggling, we'll join their side. Which irritates me, because I wanted to have some direct control over the USA. I was hoping to divide it between myself and Mexico. Because they should be weakened quite a bit by the coup they just had, I might be able to start preparing a justification right now, actually, on Communist America, who I expect will win. But that is risky, but I'm quite willing to take it. Okay, we'll focus on consolidating our forces first before doing anything too rash. This will be ready in a while. So let's see, did anyone take sides? State of emergency, probably. I haven't taken a side just yet. Hopefully they capitulate like now. I don't want Communist America to belong to a faction because that will complicate things. If they are alone, though, they'll be easy to remove. Of course. Okay, so now we should have, yeah, everything's back in the green like it should be. We will need to connect this to here, and we will probably add a port along this piece. Okay, so we'll just put that to the top. Wait, how long will this take? Not too bad. I could take a risk and attack them immediately while they weak and distracted. As risky as that is, I'm very tempted to do it. But I need Mexico to have just a few more divisions than they currently do. They have 27. I have 13. Together we have 40 divisions. It's a risk, but we might get away with it. I think I should actually consolidate first. Consolidate my power, then focus on the expansion. I mean, wasn't one of the reasons why I staged this coup was so I could keep expanding down without interference? But then again, get rid of them all together and they're no threat at all. I don't think I'll take my chances. I think I'll just wait a bit longer. Let's see, how many factories does Mexico have? How many do I have? Not as many as I'd like, clearly. More railways. Okay, that is helping. So, that's good. This extreme level of connectivity is very good. Saves a lot of trouble. Finally, they're gone. Will these countries still be guaranteed? Nope, the guarantee is gone. The US will not stand in my way. Perfect, now I can just go absolutely haywire and no one will stop me. Perfect, and they can just bugger off and do their own thing. Seems Germany is focusing on all these countries. So far they have not declared war on France, which kind of surprises me. Will they reach it? Probably not. Yeah, they can't actually get through as I suspected. Which is fine for now. We'll guard up to there. Now this whole piece of Mexico is covered, although one submarine in each ocean is not going to do very much against a US fleet. But, well, it's something against the smaller nations. Although I doubt they have anything. Air superiority. Amphibious assault. I probably will be doing naval invasions at some point. Actually, I will be. On Panama, no less. So let's make sure. Yes, we're ready for that. For when it does happen. Although I'm probably going to have to upgrade submarine technology at some point. So there is that to think of as well. Okay, now Mexico has quite a few divisions. We do too. Well, we're all Salvador. We should actually have enough to train our new custom division we were making. Actually, wait, let's cancel that. Let's edit it and add. Engineer company, save. Now we'll train it. How many can we get away with? Just click the button until I can't anymore. Oh no, we're out of manpower. Okay. Okay, so we can train 16 divisions. 16 brigades. I'm honestly okay with the brigade format, because you can just keep adding more and more equipment. And it compensates. Well, I have actually managed to do enormous success with just like 3 divisions in each division. I don't think I said that right, but anyways. Let's do... Well, I'm more of a flexible Navy kind of person. I'm just gonna ignore that for now. Let's go to rockets. Wait, am I researching what I'm supposed to be? No, I'm not yet researching nuclear stuff. Let's create another task force, add it on, and just maximize everything. We can add some more. We can add more submarines onto each task force over time anyway, so we don't have to worry about it too much now that we only have one submarine in each base. Battlefield support. This should be ready quite soon. Yeah, 30 days. Good dear Tartar. Wait, what happened? Shanxi is so broken that it is sheep. It's two Shanxis and one Shanxi. What? Did they disband their faction? So who's the head now? Oh, the clique is the faction head now. I wonder why China just randomly left it. Now there is a country I would like to take over. But if we took over China, Japan would be furious, so we'll leave that alone for now. Ugh. Sending divisions to other countries. Hmm. Eight days time. So. I'll just let my submarines pile up in the corner there until further notice. I think after Costa Rica and Panama, we will try to take Colombia. And we'll see how far we get. Hopefully we can get Peru to join us when we declare war on Costa Rica. I think that might work. Okay. Declare war. Do not call allies. Okay. We have a war that they may be drawn into. You know, I can't do anything right with these people. Either they don't want to join because I'm not in a war, and if I am in a war, then they don't want to join at all. So, it's irritating. 47, 49. I guess let's improve relations with both of these countries. All three of them, actually. Yeah, 0.60 is disappearing for relations. Oh, wait. Okay. How long is this going to take? 170 out of 240, so around 80 days left, I think. Hmm. I think this will be more efficient. Okay. Ugh, terrible. Even more dreadful. Yeah, better submarines are in order. But I think better landing craft is actually first. France is welcomed with open arms. Do they join the Allies? Or who did they join? The Soviets. Of course they did. Improved relations. Did I? I can't remember. Okay. Maybe now. We can focus on doing this. Enables rocket site. Okay. I'm trying to get to the nuclear stuff as quickly as possible. We'll do everything else in the meantime. Okay, well this is much better now. So now we'll basically be allowed. No, we'll just do that early on in advance. We are quite short on support equipment, which is a problem. We'll want everything to be at like 3. And try and max that out as well. I think it's time I start trying for more steel though. Okay, at least we have enough steel now. That's a step in the right direction. At least. I think we've done quite well so far. Now it's just to take Panama, Colombia, then. Okay, now we finally have some planes deployed. That'll make things better. How long have I been streaming? Almost 2 hours now. Okay. Probably in half an hour I'll stop. Because I think I would have done enough by then. Justification for Panama. Finally. Okay. So this dude. They're going to go over today. We're going to go over today. And then we're going to declare war. This is so easy now that the US is out the way. I'm not constantly worrying about them declaring war on me. The fate of Yugoslavia, this is ominous. Which piece won? Child monarch. Oh, now France is going away. Will you join Peru? No, they won't. Deeply frustrating. Deeply. But there's not much I can do about it. Okay. Let's go there. Let's check how our planes are doing. I thought they would have been deployed here. Do we have air priority? I hope so. I think so. Anyways, we should take Panama any second now. It's taking a long time. Finally done. Take all states and turn done. And we have Panama. So now we're going to send all our divisions straight on to the next one. We are probably going to connect these by rails. Okay. At least that's done now, so we'll have a bit more connection. And then this dude can rejoin this one. And we can send everything here. And now we can move on both sides. I think we should be able to take a submarine and move it. Task Force 5, join. Yes, we can now move our forces onto both sides. Perfect. Task Force 6. Okay, we've got Mexico covered with like one submarine per piece, but that's fine for now. Okay, we should be able to block out Colombia's access to the sea as well, which is most important. I will probably have to call Mexico into this war, however. I doubt I'll be able to handle them on my own. Which is kind of why I created Mexico in the first place. At least the current version. Do they have enough supply? Maybe it's good enough. If out of desperation I deduce that this is not good enough, I will just have to... Oh, I'm not constructing anything. That sucks. Let's get rid of that. Okay, now the construction is going to take forever. I'm just going to cancel all these lines, except for... We'll have one here, and then the rest over here. That'll be enough. Chico. Okay. That way we can address that problem and we'll finally have the right amount of everything. Yeah, we're going to try and get our divisions to just spread outwards as quickly as possible as soon as they land into there. So organize all these things. This person keeps falling ill. It's actually irritating me. Seem to have volunteers all over the Axis region. I am still undecided. I think we'll just push for equipment effort now. The thing is, as aforementioned, Colombia is going to be difficult to win. So I probably won't be running a second war goal in the background just yet. Until I'm quite sure I have everything under control. At least until I'm sure that I'm going to win Colombia. Otherwise, it's just too risky. Okay, I think improved worker conditions are in order. Workers, right? It'll increase factory output and political power gains. So those are the things I'm thinking of. I actually think we have enough war economy now, so we'll do that next. Our splendid little Central American faction. Let's see, how many planes can fit 1,000? Okay. Then we'll take the remaining amount and deploy them. Into Northern America. Northern, South America. That should be fine. Interstate days claimed Greek territory. Now Greece is at war too. Oh, it seems they are at war for both sides. Well, see how that goes. I should actually make it so that I can see rivers and things like that. Rivers, not cities, but okay, so I'll try and do that. That will at least give me a better idea as to what's going on around me. Because it seems rivers actually do have an effect on your advancement, so there is that to keep in mind as well. It seems there is a river that runs almost through Colombia, which will not be particularly easy to cross, but we'll probably try and take everything along here. And then focus on spreading outwards beyond that. I'll try and see how far this thing goes with Colombia. I think after the War of Colombia, whether it be a win or a lose, I will probably end this stream and do a part 2 tomorrow. Trying to take Brazil. Or probably Ecuador and then Brazil. Or maybe Ecuador then Chile, then Argentina, then Paraguay, Bolivia, Uruguay, and then Brazil. Because Brazil is a nightmare. Brazil is a whole stream on its own. Moving through the Amazon is a nightmare, especially when you're trying to invade from the Amazon, because there's all these rivers in the way, and it's just painfully difficult. And you have to have like hundreds of divisions for it too. Not hundreds, but you need to have like tens upon tens of divisions. It's also best to invade from the nose of Brazil, as I like to call it. Rio Grande do Norte. Do Norte? Oh, I don't know. I can't Spanish. Oh well, it seems Japan's going to invade China successfully. We have generated 3.3% of full tension. I think I'll just zoom up on this piece of the ocean, and that generally seems to speed up the game for some reason, so something I've observed that's useful. We started with a humble 3 factories, now we have 17. Progress, people. Progress. Although it seems like I never seem to have enough civilian factories, much to my dismay. But also, I kind of expect to get more from these countries I've taken over, because each one has given me more. But it seems to have mostly been, I think, military factories I've been given. Although most of them had more civilian factories than anything else, so this number should be corrected quite soon. But then also these laws are kind of a problem like this. Consumer goods, 10%. Finally. And unfortunately lowers recruitable population. War economy. I think war economy is definitely an excellent to do. Finally, experimental rockets already. I'll probably build the rocket base in Mexico, funny enough. So they can do the attacking for me. I'll build it on this tile, along this river here, get some natural defenses. Or maybe on this one. I want to get quite close to the US, that's the thing. Okay, let's see if we can do atomic. That's gonna take a long time. I think we'll speed up our research. Although many people might say this is a waste. So, we'll do that instead. I can do railways and things like that, but not rocket sites, it seems. Disappointing. We'll add one there. Then a reactor, as soon as possible. Isn't mechanized supposed to be like the replacement of trucks and motorized? I'm not completely sure. But anyways, that's finished. So I'm going to try and focus on developing something else now. I think tanks would be a nice thing to do next. I think doing medium tanks especially would be better. Let's cancel. I have this obsession with everything being in order, so support equipment, then artillery, and then trucks, and then just a little bit extra for these two, because they use the most. And then I think I will temporarily not develop any more submarines until they are at least like level 3 or 4. And that's going to take a while to develop. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna cancel this and just instead focus on. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. Good. War economy. Finally. I think we'll do secret weapons, so that'll take 70 days. And by the time that 70 days is done, this will be finished. And then we'll be able to do that. Our supply is just good enough for that area. Four more days and at least we'll be ready then. My backside is as flat as an ironing board. And absolutely sore. Okay, now I'm going to clear all allies and Mexico has joined. Okay, so it seems they're doing the attack first. They're going to try and weaken us first, so we'll let them try that. I should have prepared some naval invasions, I feel. I hope Mexico is sending forces to help. Does Colombia have a defense force? Oh, they do seem to have some ships. We should look at that. We still have more naval supremacy than they do. However, I think I will add okay, that should help a lot more now. They won't be able to cause as much trouble. Mexico? Damn you. Okay, it seems they're bringing back the divisions they sent to other countries, at least. At least I think they're bringing them back. I hope they are. I think we'll just temporarily cancel invading and just hold our line. I think we'll take more of a defensive position. For some reason, it does not seem to be working. Okay, I think I am actually going to have to push back in. We'll try to invade along this river. Okay. Cards. Well, I'm apparently not enough positives to actually join the wall. This is worrying me. I need to be able to get more manpower as quickly as possible. I haven't even got an extensive conscription. I think I'm going to have to just, after secret weapons, I'm going to stop researching stuff for a few moments. Just to keep this running. Okay. I don't think we can sustain this forever. Or for particularly long. In Mexico, it's been the helpful, useful ally, just as I imagined they would be. I should have taken direct control myself. Probably would have been better. The defense is at least looking better now. The attack, not so much. I thought that would be done sooner. Anyways, we're going to try and go on to the next level of conscription as quickly as possible. Which means not researching something in the focus tree. Okay, now we can do nuclear, so let's do it. Okay. Okay, this is going to be a long war that is going to probably drag for quite some time. But we'll see what happens. More war propaganda, more war support, that's the key right now. I wonder if we're eligible for total mobilization. Nope. Not yet, unfortunately. We'll see. Ugh, Mexico, you're terrible, I hate you. I request manpower immediately. Doesn't have enough manpower. Our garrison's only 7,000. They can handle it. What really irks me is that we're not getting Venezuela or Peru on our side, which means I'll probably have to capitulate them next in order to have complete control. Okay, well, these Colombians doing more damage to themselves than us currently. I think that's what matters more right now. But they've still got quite a way to go. This is taking a painfully long time. I wonder if America joined a faction yet. No, they haven't. But they are building up divisions, which worries me. We'll stick our head in the sand and wait till things are better. What is the air situation? It's not showing green or anything. North and South America. We have most of their air superiority, so that's fine. I think it's because we did invest in it, didn't we? No, we haven't yet. But our first goal is to... Oh, thanks, Maximo. Our first goal is to... Oh, damn it. Is this because I don't have enough divisions? Yeah, it's because I don't have the manpower. Crap. Well. All I can do for that is wait. I think if I get this one, the next one will be 150 instead of 300. So we'll just hop to each one as we can. Let's look at the construction status. This needs to be repaired, and that needs to be repaired. Let's try and get that done first, before moving any further. I swear if I lose that tile, and Mexico doesn't help me, I could be so angry. The lag is unbelievable. I can't stand it. I hate it. Ugh. Crawling inch by inch. I'm just gonna stick my head in the sand and just wait. Speed up the game. My crappy computer. Oh great, and a dockyard's damaged now too. Wonderful. Let's just get everything repaired as quickly as possible. I have like 3 factories spare right now, which is not as much as I actually want, but I also need production to speed up a bit more. This only leaves us with 2 factories to construct and repair with. $131 days. Jeez. That's too long. I can speed that up by doing construction repair, but I'll only do that after I get 150. Okay, the stream is almost at 2.5 hours now. Let's update that to limited construction. And then for this, we'll do construction repair. I might have to dissolve some divisions at this rate. Oh god. We still have most of the supremacy, so that's what's important. I should change from offensive to defensive, actually. I feel like this is just going to be a draining war. Basically, I spend most of my time trying my best to drain Colombia of its manpower and equipment. I think that's the best I'll be able to manage, to be honest. Oh, great. Mexico! Ah! Oh, sacrifice me to the lions, you bastard. As if I would. I don't care how miserable you feel about it. Curse you. This is going to be quite painful. Okay, that should have helped, because I've started going into the garrisons. Okay, Panama's the one that needs the most right now. Oh, they're still attacking, I didn't even notice. Okay, let's just focus purely on defending, to be honest. Okay, well, we've drained Colombia of 77,000 divisions. That has to count for something, clearly. More sabotaged buildings, great. Just what I love to see. Okay, that should just hopefully hold for now, until I can kind of come up with another plan. Okay, it's all going down again, thank goodness. Okay, the construction repair will just have to hold for now. And as soon as possible, we're going to go to extensive conscription. Okay, tanks. Great. I like to see them. We won't develop them just yet, however. Just keep the convoys coming. My disappointment is measurable, and my day is ruined. Cowards. Cowards, the lot of them. Okay, well now they just hit it. They're damaging themselves more than me. 8%? How? In what way? I can't believe they got that much. They got that much participation just by doing bombings, as if that counts for anything. Unforgivable. Unforgivable. I should not have even included them before. I should have excluded them. Kicked them out. Okay, I think it's time I started the production of submarines again. Even if the technology is a bit out of date, it's fine. I swear, if Mexico gets most of the victory points, I'm gonna kill them. I just gotta whip around to clear all of them. Oh god. Okay, at least the garrisons are stabilizing. That's something that's good. That's the good news I'm looking for. The problem is a lot of the stuff is not damaged. But it's fine. I tell myself. It's fine. Wait. What am I looking for? So apparently we have 5, but I know we have a bit more than that. Okay, Colombia is just steadily destroying their own manpower, which is great, because that's exactly what I want them to do. And more specifically, to drain themselves of equipment, which it looks like they're doing quite nicely. The French Commune. Italy sharing with Germany. Did National Spain join them? No, they have not. Industrial land appropriation. Costa Rica adds a slot. Good. I do actually. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked on that. Wasn't I saving up for this? Oh god. Okay, I was. Okay. I mean, one infrastructure is not good. Isn't going to count on one. Let's try and speed this up a bit. We are in 1941. We are in United Central America and are now pushing into the South American continent. Our ally is a useless drunk who spends the kids' tuition fees and leaves me to do all the heavy lifting. And all I can do is stick my head in some water and drown for a few months, until hopefully things seem better. Oh goodness, I didn't even see the live chat. Okay. I'm using my second account to chat because I haven't figured out a better way to set up my live stream. So I usually have like my second account talk on the live chat, which is Marty. So I'm on that account through my phone, and then this account, the main account, is streaming the game you're seeing. I'm actually not very good at setting up my streams, so I kind of have to find better ways to do it as soon as possible. My means of communication are still very inefficient. I'm actually very glad to see some people joined. I'm very flattered. Thank you. I was worried for a second it was just me. What's this game? It's Hearts of Iron 4. It's sort of like a World War II based strategy game. It's quite interesting. It's a very complex strategy game. It took me like 2 weeks to learn it. It differs from other, I think from other strategy games like Age of Empires and stuff like that. Mainly in terms of graphics, though. But yeah, look it up. I'm not very good at explaining these things. I'm kind of the wrong person to ask. I didn't have my live chat open this whole time. I just completely forgot. I'm terrible. Looks fun. Thank you. It is fun. Well, at least to me. It's not a game for everyone. Okay, let's check if this is going anywhere. Well, 152,000 Colombians have committed suicide. So, it's a start. We've got 136,000 to go. Okay. This unforgivable. Like, I remember 3 years ago, 8 gigabytes of RAM felt like a lot. Or at least for me. Or am I thinking 6 years ago? Okay. We are so mind-numbingly close. I think we only need... Yeah, we only need 150, just as I thought we would. He looks so pissed off. Okay, finally. Finally. I think I might go to bed since this stream has been going on for a very long time. It's in 2.5 hours, I think. We have gotten quite far. I mean, we managed to get Mexico and we managed to get most of Central America. It's just Colombia. It's going to be difficult. But once we take Colombia, it should be quite easy just taking everything else from here, because the problem with this whole thing is we're invading from a single tile into only one other tile. If we could access all 3 tiles, then this invasion would have been much easier, because we'd be able to defend from a single place while attacking 3 places at once, which would have made everything much easier. Okay, let's check. Okay, it's almost 3 hours. I've been live streaming for almost 3 hours. It's almost 1 o'clock at night now, at least here in South Africa, so yeah. Not that I go to bed anyway. Not that I go to bed early anyway, is what I should say. But it has been quite a long time. I'm quite pleased with how far I've come, despite everything. I think I'll do one more charge, and if that does not succeed, then I will consider just ending the stream for now and then continuing tomorrow. So this is going to be our final push. Looks like Germany is possibly going to get rid of the Soviet Union, or yeah, the Union of Soviet Republics. Okay, well, since we've done that, we can actually start researching something again, so let's try the doctrine. Reduces the cost, but we'll be able to move a bit faster in that department. Looks like we're actually going to be able to take this tile. I actually think we're going to make a breakthrough. Let's check. Yeah, I think we might actually push through. We might actually get somewhere. I'm still furious at Mexico, but anyways. They're so close, just die. Okay. Well, at least that's back underway. That'll make repairing and maintenance easier at least. Free trade. So far, they still somehow have a good opinion. I can't remember improving relations, which is... Oh no, I was improving relations when I made them, because I was trying to get them onto my side. Okay, well... Okay, now we can... We're just gonna have to nuke them all out the way. It's the only way. I can't believe you've done this to me, Mexico. You stolen the kids' tuition fees. You've gambled it all away. We're gonna end up on the street. And it's all your fault. This is the equivalent of what I feel. I feel betrayed. I made you. And you pay me back with nothing. Finally. We did it. We've done it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. Okay, now we have to like instantly start spreading, just like immediately, like just go completely wild as quickly as possible. Just spread across this territory. In every conceivable direction as well. Okay, it's getting quite hard because the supply here is really bad. So we've got to spread as quickly as possible. Like rapidly spread. I think there is a supply hub in Medellin. Bogota is protected by that river though, so that's kind of a problem. I don't know if I have the speed to construct one, but maybe I can quickly construct a naval base. It'll take too long. I'll have to just cancel it. We'll have to just literally spread as quickly as possible. Wait, who is... Okay, we'll cancel the invasion though. Because there's a river to cross. We'll actually just try and go sideways until we can get to... What's it called? Cartagena. That'll be much better. Much better. Way to spend my energies. Okay, I'm just going to task the AI with defending more than anything else. I'll have to do the attacking on like a personal level, basically. Just to guarantee this doesn't fuck up. I'll have to personally oversee all of this by the looks of it. Okay, well, if you won't break over there, I'll try and break you over here. Then at least I can encircle them. And then cut them off. Then I can get access to that supply. I wonder if just building a railway into an area with a lack of supply is enough. Or does it actually have to connect to something? I'm actually not completely sure which is the problem, so I'll just hope that works. And that I'm not making some dumb mistake. Okay, I'm gonna make sure there's at least 2 behind to do defending. And then the 7 will have to just quickly grab these ports. Okay, good. Then this one will just run ahead and quickly grab all of those. And these will just hang around here for now. Thank God. Okay. We're actually losing our naval supremacy over there. I'm going to cancel the production of these because these are costing manpower to make. New task force. Okay, good. We've got the majority of power again. That should stop them for now. We should have access. Yes, now we do. We have a bit of extra supply. We'll now connect this by rail to the other area. This is kind of risky, but we're going to do it anyway. and hope it doesn't blow up in my face. So, we're gonna see. Okay. We're going to crush that person who's in my way. I think resistance suppression might become quite important. I have a suspicion I'm barely holding on to this region. Oh no, wait, we don't have to worry about suppression just yet, because it's not technically under our control. So instead, construction repair. Shockingly, not even that will need to be done. I think we'll just keep doing doctrine efforts so we can get this done. Okay. Okay, we've now seized control over their ports. This should start to suffocate them, because they won't be able to get nutrients. Think of it like that. Did we lose units? Did we just lose a tile? I think we might have, I didn't notice. Okay, well we've successfully gone around the river now. So that will allow us to start invading from here. We're going to try and sort of encircle this piece, and then clamp down on it, and hopefully it works. Okay, so take most of them. Oh no, wait, that's Bagoto, whatever it is. Will that even work? We'll try. We'll try and attack directly. Okay, that's not working. We're going to stop that, split them, and send them out further. Okay, it seems we might be able to do this. I don't think I'm going to end the stream. I think I'm going to continue till Colombia is annexed, because by the looks of things, I will be able to manage it. So let's keep on going. Okay, now that we're in the plains, this is probably going to be very easy, because there's no rough terrain or rivers in the way. It's actually just going to be a matter of rolling over them. I also need to check. I still have naval supremacy here. Oh, this is like a single tile, this whole piece. Okay, I think it's time we did a full front offensive on this entire region. Okay. I think we'll just wait for our troops or divisions to get in place, and then focus on going further. Okay, well, can't do that yet, so... Airborne assault, that's paratroopers. Air superiority. I don't know if any of these can be too useful for me. Okay, let's try and see what we can do. Free trade will speed everything up, but that gives too much intelligence to the enemy. I think Captain of Industry will be best right now. And then we'll try and go from there. Okay, let's go to our construction. Yes, we've connected the rails. Good. Okay, we're going to add this rail as well. Perfect, then we'll have enough. So we've got some spare manpower, even though it's a tiny amount. It shows that our troops are fully stocked and ready for this invasion. So now let's check. Yeah, they don't have much manpower left to themselves, so this should be quite easy. Okay, we'll try and invade now. Oh, there's no one even there. Perfect. Okay, I think we'll be able to take the capital. They will probably just retreat somewhere deeper into the jungle. I don't think they have any cities left here though, so hopefully this is just the end of it. I think we've kicked them out. I think we've done it. Yes, they've capitulated. Yes! Mine. All mine. Mexico didn't get me. Good. Oh. That is how you do it. Okay, I've finally taken out Colombia. I think that will conclude the stream for tonight. I think tomorrow we'll try and do Ecuador, and then perhaps Brazil, and then Bolivia, and then Chile, Argentina, Uruguay. In whichever fashion. So thank you very much for watching. This was a pretty fun stream for me. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.